I'm here to present to you the OER platform that Engineering at Alberta has developed, and I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Jason Carey, our Vice Dean. So originally, when I prepared this, I had prepared 2 quotes about what OER does, but instead of going through those quotes, I'm going to tell you about a story from my own undergrad studies. I grew up in Egypt, and I went to school in Egypt, and I remember in one of the classes, a professor mentioned a textbook called, written by Venti Chow, called The Open Channel Hydraulics. Now, the course was very difficult for me and for a lot of people, but I come from an academic family that really values these types of buying books and things like that. The instructor mentioned the book, but then, of course, no one in Egypt is expected to buy it. But really, I remember scouring through libraries and looking for the book. It does not really exist at all in Egypt. And then finally finding it and paying a really hefty price to have that book. But that experience really left me with a profound effect that there's really, that there's a lot of people that really are interested in knowledge, but really they can't really find it. So over the years, we've developed a platform for engineering in Alberta. So today I'm going to give you the general layout of the platform and the guiding principles that are used to prepare that layout. And so in the general layout, if you log on to our website, you're going to find this front page. On the left, you're going to find the different books. Each book corresponds to, could be a course, could be a bunch of courses. It depends, it could be even labs. Inside every book, you're going to find first the contributors, a list of contributors, and you're going to find the different chapters. Inside each chapter, you would find the page content of that particular chapter. And the content could be anything from learning outcomes, text, quizzes, interactive examples, embedded videos, student comments, anything that an instructor wishes to post. So there's 4 really principles that, and thanks to Krista for pointing this out. There's 4 guiding principles for us that actually helped us develop this. Number 1 is we want to present a vibrant learning opportunity for the students. We also want to provide a framework for all faculty members. It's very important because you create a platform, but then nobody uses it. It's very important. And then 3rd, foster collaboration. And 4th, which is very important, is to capitalize on and foster undergraduate student energy. So in terms of vibrant learning opportunity, the most important thing that I really was pushing for is the interactivity. I'm not going to go through the example itself, but you can log on the website. There's many examples with sliders where the students can simply just switch the slider and see the effect on the result. We also provide snippets of codes depending on different examples that can be used by the students to kind of experiment with the example that they're in. There's also lots of quizzes. The student can input numbers and then check, and then the quiz, if it's not marked, but it will give them the value to tell them, or like a mark. And there's also, with these quizzes, there's also a solution guide in a video format that the student can even watch to see how they're, if they're having trouble, they can see how to attempt that particular quiz. The second principle is the framework for all faculty members. And in order for us to do this, every time we use a new tool, I ask whoever is using that tool to create a manual that we can use for, that we can provide to anyone else in the future. So we're creating it as manuals. Also, the website was developed by, we have a web developer that's helping us with the automatic numbering of content. The 3rd framework is collaboration. Now, I'm very pleased to see, of course, this is an initial attempt, but I'm pleased to see that there's a lot of collaboration among professors. Now, of course, there's a little bit of push. So, for example, in the numerical analysis course, we've got myself, you've got professors from different departments, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and the same with the statics book. We have professors from civil engineering, and we even have a professor from McEwen who teaches the same course, who also contributed to that book. And finally, which is one of the very important aspects of this, is we're capitalizing and fostering undergraduate student energy. In fact, many of us know how to create those tools, but we don't have the time. Or some of us know of the principle, but don't really know how to go in and create those JavaScripts or whatever. So we are relying, there's lots of funding that we found for co-op students. So we're able to capitalize on this. And we, over the summer, we hired about 10 co-op students, and then 6 co-op students last term, and then 6 co-op students this term. And these co-op students are helping, they're mostly, some are computer, some are mechanical engineering students, depending. So they're working on digitizing content, creating manuals, program interactive example. They do the programming of interactive examples, and they also create YouTube videos. I just want to acknowledge the web designer that helped us with the general platform, and the place where I stole the slides, but they allowed me to, and that's it. Thanks. And I also put my Twitter and Medium, which I recently discovered, and my email if you have any questions.